Thanks for staying with us. This is The Pulse. My name is Daniel Dazi. Like I said earlier, we've been joined by Becky from the Showbiz Desk and Spiky, who does all things technology here at Joy. Becky, how are we?
Fine, thank you, Daniel. How are you?
I'm good. But let me start this one off by speaking to Spiky, who's joining us via Skype. Good afternoon, Spiky. Now, here's a question. The COVID-19 tracker, what is it?
So it's an app that basically was built to give people information based on the kind of data that you've collected from them. So it's supposed to give you recommendations on if you seem to have come into contact with someone who has had.
Right, we'll try and re-establish our connection with Spiky in just a few minutes so we understand fully what exactly is going to happen. But, okay, we understand we have that connection with him again. So, Spiky, I think we lost almost everything you said. Can you go back and explain to us what this app does?
Based on data that has collected. So, it's going to collect age, your sex, your travel, or pre-existing medical conditions. And if you come into contact with someone who's tested positive of COVID-19.
How is it going to gather this information?
People have to submit. It's going to ask you to input that data. So when you install the app, it will ask for your phone number and your email address. When it does get that, it's going to ask you some questions, and then you input that data. And after you input that data, it makes these recommendations.
Great. Spiky, hold on to that thought for me. I want to come back to the studio and talk about the launch itself a bit with Becky, who is with us here in studio. Becky, exciting times, isn't it?
Very exciting times.
We thought that a lockdown would mean we won't be getting such concerts and musical experiences, but today we have a virtual concert.
Yeah, the ministry is making that possible. The Ministry of Communication is making that possible. They just don't want to launch an app, but they want you, because today is Easter Monday. You would love to have fun and do all the things that you wanted to do on a regular Easter Monday, but they're bringing, musicians from across, Ghana, and to just, have fun, just, make sure that you have the time of your life. I know that we have gospel musicians too in there. Yeah, we have gospel musician Dinah Samoa, who is supposed to represent, the gospel fraternity. We have Kwame Eugene, of course, and we also have Edward all the way from the Volta region. Fancy Gadam is also on that particular list. Great Ampon is also on that list. Kachwe, Kwame Apia, Dada KD, and also the last performance from dancehall artist Shatta Wale. So we're expecting, Daniel, I am expecting something different myself. I'm really not sure what will happen.
This is not new from Shatta Wale. He had a virtual concert
before. Edem had, Manifest did. So I'm also looking forward to it, really.
Interesting. Now, Spiky, back to you now. This app is going to be a groundbreaker when it comes to our work against, fight against COVID-19. I see the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, is on the bill to actually launch it. How key do you think what role do you think this is going to play in this fight against COVID?
So basically, one of the things that we're trying to use technology to solve is contact tracing. And earlier today, we spoke on JNI about how even Apple and Google are coming together to help, fix this problem, contact tracing, because we're human and we tend to forget. We tend to forget where we've been, who we've been in contact with. And I, for one, I started logging everywhere that I was going. So if I was going to work, I would log. If I came into contact with anyone, actually log all these things, because I wanted to keep track of all the people I was coming into contact with. Just if any of them came up as positive, I came up as positive, and had contact tracing be easy. So I think an app like this would be good for people to input their data and help the authorities track and stop the spread, because the best way to stop the spread of COVID, since we don't have a cure yet, is by preventing social contact, or preventing people from coming positive people coming into contact with negative people.
Right. Now, Spiky, here's my question. I have followed conversations around the Ghana Post GPS app. This is also an app that was heavily dependent on how many people download it and how many people submit information to it. Is the COVID-19 tracker going to be like this? Is it going to be totally dependent on how many people download it and submit information to it?
Indeed, every app that is launched or used for purposes like this requires people to submit data. If people don't submit data, the app would pretty much not work. The same as what Google and Apple are working on. People do not opt in to submit their data. It's not going to work.
Right, but does it not mean then, Spiky, that if we don't get enough people to download the app, we may not get the impact we want from it?
We could also have a different approach where, say, if the app was, or health workers could actually also use that to input people's data. So let's say you come to the hospital for a showing incentive. The health workers could be incentivized to tell people that, hey, listen, and as much as we're trying to help you, you also help us help you by entering your data into the app.
Interesting, that part of health workers. I think that could also yeah, interesting, that part of health workers also updating it with information. That could form a database for them as well. A great one there. Now. Yeah.